Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Jesse Palmer is a multifaceted individual. Since 2022, the former professional football player has hosted Bachelor Nation. He is especially suited for the hosting position because of his background as a former Bachelor lead. He talks candidly about his most recent unplanned career change. To learn every aspect, continue reading. Jesse Palmer's diverse skills. Football player Jesse Palmer excelled at the University of Florida. He later played for the Canadian Football League and the NFL. In order to pursue a career in broadcasting, he retired in 2007. In 2004, Jesse Palmer tried her luck at finding love on season 5 of The Bachelor. His brief courtship with Jessica Bolen, the ultimate rose winner, lasted barely a few months. He was a pundit for Fox's NFL coverage by 2006. He went back to his old haunts in 2022 after assuming the role of host for all Bachelor Nation programs. In 2021, Chris Harrison, the former host, departed in disgrace. Jesse Palmer has a few acting credits in addition to calling and presenting football games. Last year, he appeared with Bachelor Joey Graziadei on ABC's 911. However, Jesse Palmer liked playing the part of girl dad. 2020 saw the Bachelor Nation host wed model Emily Fardo. In January 2024, they welcomed Ella, a daughter, as their first child. Bachelor host debuts clothing brand. Like he wasn't busy enough, Jesse Palmer made the decision to pursue a career in fashion design, which is entirely unknown to him. Fanatics and the Bachelor Nation host worked together to create a line of elevated sports apparel. Sportswear under the J. Palmer brand debuted last month. He recently discussed the unexpected career path in a conversation with BachelorNation.com. He admitted that he had never planned to start his own brand but that, ever since he was a player for the New York Giants, fashion had impacted him. I was introduced to Soho, Madison Avenue, and Fifth Avenue fashion. My fascination in men's fashion has persisted ever since I started to travel abroad and see how guys were dressed in Europe and Asia. The former NFL star claimed that the posh sportswear was inspired by his hectic schedule. I'm a really active person who is always on the go. What kind of clothes would I put in a duffel bag if I were going on a vacation? There are 13 key and adaptable compositions in the J. Palmer collection. He wants to grow by adding new pieces and looks for the J. Palmer line that will launch in 2025. How do you feel about Jesse Palmer making a foray into the fashion industry? Post your thoughts in the comments section. Now airing on ABC, the brilliant single girl is causing a stir as Joan Vassos searches for her second partner to spend her remaining time on the planet with. She has a lot of amazing men in her life, and she is close to all of them. They even feel a certain way about which one's fellow unhitched male country alumni would love. A year from now, fans have mentioned that they must visit the single female and the brilliant unhitched guy from Lone Ranger in heaven. Jesse Palmer seems to agree with this as well as see possibility for a relationship similar to one of the possible matches. Keep reading to see who he is talking about. Jesse Palmer sees enchantment on television. Certain members of the casts of The Brilliant Unhitched Male and The Brilliant Lone Wolfess will be remembered for the 2025 season of Single Man in Heaven, assuming Jesse Palmer and a plethora of fans achieve everything they could wanted. Fans are acting as relationship arrangers and determining who would work well together in addition to wanting to see former students show interest on the beach in a year. Week after week, Jesse spoke with US about his thoughts and, shockingly, revealed that he shared some fans' sentiments on two particular alumni who they thought would make a fantastic duo. Many have voiced their opinion that Chicago, Illinois' Jacqueline Choney would make a great Susan Knowles replacement. These two are incredibly amiable and honest. Their same passion for cooking and similar personalities could also cause fireworks between them. Jack's singing and cooking were clearly what made him stand out. He was the vitality that we all require. Unfortunately, Joan Vassos didn't think he was the right man for her. Maybe he was the one for Susan after all. Jesse believes that these two would be amazing together as well. It would be stunning if you had an open kitchen and Jack and Susan could enter, he remarked. A kitchen cam would be necessary to continuously observe what they're cooking up. He continued, they may truly find love just by virtue of their shared love of the food and their personalities. It would be ideal, I think. Yes, I agree with it. It's time for us to make it happen. Joan Bassos was given some information regarding possible romantic relationships between the women from Jerry Turner's season and her former rivals. She also mentioned how amazing Susan and Jack would be together. Still, they weren't the primary couple she mentioned. Joan also thinks that Gary Livingston and Natasha Hardy would make a fantastic duo. What do you think of these two ideas? Jesse Palmer is bringing forth new developments regarding the approaching Single Guy in Heaven period. After taking a late spring break, the popular show is scheduled to return in 2025. In a fresh encounter, he expressed his thoughts on everything. He even talked about the possibility of running into some of the cast members of Brilliant Lone Ranger and Brilliant Single Man. What information did he divulge? Keep reading to learn the inside scoop. Jesse Palmer discusses 2025 Single Guy in Heaven. The lack of an episode of Unhitched Male in Heaven this past summer infuriated a lot of Lone Wolf Country fans. ABC has so assured everyone that the popular summer spin-off will return in 2025. Week after week, Jesse Palmer brought up Heaven and poked some possible modifications to the upcoming season during a fresh discussion with US. Jesse is asked about some of the cast members from Brilliant Unhitched Female and Brilliant Single Guy signing up Powers on the Beach. He discovered that he fully endorses it. He hasn't held back when expressing how much he loves the contestants from the first two seasons. Even some of Joan Bassos' season's men, like Keith, Imprint, and Gary, bolstered Jesse's team. He said that it would amaze him to have these alumni present. I completely trust so, and I have confidence in Sign, Jesse uttered. I imagine that would be just amazing. In other words, it's incredible to see the ensembles from Joan's and Jerry's seasons. Moreover, it has to be a tropical oceanside community for whatever long it isn't Atlantic City or Naples, Florida. It's not a retirement community. Furthermore, I believe you should have cooling. Fans complain about the standard surroundings at the Mexican hotel every season. Thus, perhaps altering the location could benefit everyone. Jesse Palmer also hinted at some potential adjustments for Season 10 of Unhitched Male in Heaven. He acknowledged that ideas are being tossed around. I understand there's a range of things kind of in the single man refrain that they're putting into this, he remarked. There seems to be a lot of the traditional information mixed in with some innovative ideas. He also realized how excited he was for Heaven to come back. Both Jesse and Wells Adams can't wait to return to the shore. Additionally, he sent out one last message to the cosmos, expressing his confidence that those in charge will successfully incorporate the brilliant institution into the season.